All right, so first I'm going to give you some warm-ups that I really, really like. I use these warm-ups a lot. I think that they're the absolute best, and so there are things that I've been using for years. So the first one is really just to get the breath flowing. So I'm gonna ask you to do these warm-ups with me. I know I can't hear you, that's okay. You can just kind of get used to it, and I'll play over here on my piano while we do it. And so the first thing is if can you do it's going to be a TS. Just do that. And you should put your hand on each side of your rib, feel your ribs, and then you can see it comes out. And then it goes back in on the exhalation. Right? So that's intercostal breathing. So there are 4 types of breathing. We have clavicular breathing, intercostal breathing, abdominal breathing, and back breathing. So first, clavicular breathing. So if you look, everybody, you have a clavicle, right? So put your hand on your clavicle, right there, that's clavicle. That's when you take a breath and right? So the whole shoulders, the whole chest raise up like that, all right? So you feel that it's a very high breath. This breath is the kind of breath that we do naturally if you're like you go and you work out or you're in show choir and you're done with this big dance sequence and you're just like that kind of thing, okay? This is not good for singing. So now we're going to talk about resonance. So resonance is the natural amplification of the sound, or you can think about volume or the cut to the very, very back. And so in healthy singing, it's a combination of your breath and your resonance and the absence of tension. So there's a word that you may have heard of called chiaroscuro, and that is the word for resonance in a way of, it's an Italian word. The chiaro means light and the scuro means dark. And so healthy singing is all about finding that balance of the light and the dark. And then the next thing I do is when I practice, I don't just run through the song because I don't think that that's effective in a way. There are times where it can be effective, but really the most effective method for growth is called chunking. And that's where, say my teacher, I was working on like the high note of the piece and my teacher was like, okay, put it in this vowel place. And I wasn't doing that naturally and I wasn't doing it all the time. What I would do is when I would practice at home is I would sing that one note. I'd be like, ah, and I'd be like, okay, ah, 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 trying to figure out exactly where that place was. And then when I felt like, okay, yes, I'm doing that and I know exactly where that place is, I'm doing exactly what they told me to do, then what I would do is I would take maybe 1 or 2 notes before that. So if it was like, gotta be me, that kind of thing, I was working on the me right there, then I would be me, be me, be me, be me, be me, until the point where I felt like I was actually creating exactly what my teacher was telling me to do there. I would actually pick and open my music because the thing is, you think that you remember everything and then you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna sing my song in the shower, it'll be fine, that's practicing, right? And so, but what I do is I physically take out my music. I'm like, okay, what are all the notes that my teacher gave me? All right, I'm gonna practice those first, meaning those specific things. I'm gonna practice taking a breath here. I'm gonna practice doing this. I'm gonna practice changing this vowel. I'm gonna practice sending more energy through this phrase. Oh, I get really tight on this note, so I'm gonna practice that. Every little thing in my music. Emma, this time I want you to show everybody the different way that you can do this. Can you do from here I go to the end, and can you belt the E flats? Do you know which ones I'm talking about? So to shine as brightly as the shine, and then I'll be astonishing, astonishing, astonishing. That one. Okay, let's just try that. You all right with that? Okay.
Here I go, and there's no turning back. My great adventure has begun. I may be small, but I've got giant plans to shine as brightly as the sun.
Yeah. Good. When you do, it's okay. I'm asking you to do like 1,000 things at the same time, so nice work. When you do the that part, I feel like you're releasing on the first note, but then if you were to do it on the B, I feel like I would hear. So you want it's a ha each time that you do that. So let's incorporate that. And then, yeah, let's try the breathing.
After the breathing.
Yeah.
How could
I know I would never hold you, never again in this world, but oh, sure as you breathe, I am there inside you.
First, I want you to feel a little bit more grounded. I'm getting a little bit of this position from you, and I want you to feel a little bit more like, and so everything is going into your lower body, all of that strength there that you have. Okay, and then when you go to all, we're gonna play. So first, I want you to feel like your all is taller, like that, and then I want you to feel like it's a very, a bright vowel instead of that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try the half a chance.
As long as there's half a chance that I can have it all.
Oh yeah, it just popped there. So a lot of times, you know, it's that same type of thing of feeling like, you know, I can hear the sound, but then all of a sudden we get that sound out. Right, yay, Gracie, nice work. So Gracie, first of all, if you guys weren't impressed by that, like, you're not a human being, because that is insanely high. Like, the thing that I really like about Gracie is that she can kind of do it all, and because she has like an amazing low range, she has an amazing belt, and then her whistle tone is like freakishly out of this world. Like, what note was that? That was a high F sharp above the high C. And for Gracie, she can go higher than that too. We were just playing around and we were just like, how can we make this ending really, really make you shine more? Because you can do so much more than this. And for Gracie, I mean, I think I can speak for you in this way. There's a whole lot of, like, when you were starting lessons, you were like, yeah, I can't sing a high. No. And then we're like, yeah, you can. And let's work through this. And now she's singing freakishly high notes, and so it's really awesome. Making sure you're always at a point where you're hungry to learn, you're hungry to grow as a person, and to better yourself in every way that you can. And so whether your goals are like, oh, I just like choir because I like singing, I don't want to do anything more than that, better yourself for the good of the choir. Because think about how good a choir could be, where everybody really cared and they wanted to be, you know, produce the best sounds, the most healthy sounds as possible. And I mean, it would be incredible, right? Or if you want to go further than that, you're like, well, I want to make show choir, I want to do a lead role or something like that. There's always, or I want to get a solo in show choir or a solo in choir. Like, there's always things to lead up to and to grow towards. And so just remember that. One of the things that I didn't get a chance to talk about today, but one of the things, my favorite things to do, is really help students see what they're really capable of doing and help them push back any barriers, sometimes like self-doubt, self-loathing, anxiety, working on the mindset, audition preparation. Those are some of my favorite things to do.